Okay, here we go. It is finally here, folks. I know I have been going crazy down the vintage Apple rabbit hole, and I actually still have more to go. I dropped off 4 boxes of vintage clothing, jeans, shirts, sweatshirts, all kinds of stuff to Workshop. And if you recall from my video about the other vintage Apple shirt that I got, they're the place that takes my vintage clothing for store credit and or cash, so I can get some of their vintage Apple stuff. There's one sweatshirt there that I have yet to get. I think it's like 240 bucks. And this next load of vintage clothing that I got for very little money from thrift stores and all that is gonna get me there. You can also see this sweatshirt, the maroon version of the white sweatshirt I got from Workshop. I got this on eBay for, I think, like $85, which is not cheap by any means, but all of the other shirts in extra large that were like this, there's a green one, a light green, there's a light green one, maybe a dark green one, a black one, a couple other color variations, over $200. So this one randomly was less. I don't know if it's a women's sweatshirt, if it's, I don't know what it was that made it less expensive, but I was able to pick it up. And in that process, I was browsing through some other stuff on eBay as far as Apple goes, and I stumbled across what's in this box.
What's in the box?
So let's open it up, and it is related to a very specific Apple product that is very near and dear to me. And I'm excited for this one. I wish it wasn't a t-shirt because it's cold out and I want to wear it. But here we go. This is awesome. Now this one is worn pretty well. You can see on the back we've got Final Cut Pro 1.2 optimized for G4. And it's got the Final Cut Pro text there in the famous Apple font, which is Apple Garamond, I think, with the Think Different logo. And then the old Final Cut Pro logo, which was this eye on a slate. And that's the back of the shirt. Now the front is Lights, Mac, Action. And this is on a Hanes Beefy adult extra large. Does this have made in the USA? So this is, yeah, 100% cotton, pre-shrunk, made in Honduras. This is not a single stitch, this is double stitched. But you can tell from this that this is, you know, late 90s. Now this is an XL, and just like my Go 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 shirt, which is this is actually from earlier. This is the Go 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 shirt I got from Workshop, and it is bright white. This was a dead stock item. This is like, literally looks like a shirt you'd buy off the rack today. Whereas this one is much more drab. It's got a off-white color to it. Not as good of a crew neck as this Hanes Beefy has. Maybe this one is shrunk down a little bit, but this one is pretty special. They didn't make a lot of Final Cut Pro stuff, but this one they did. So I'm going to run this through the wash, but I just want to show you up close what this looks like. Final Cut Pro, and then Lights, Mac, Action. And this is like a 90s extra large, which is what I wanted. So this will fit, it'll be a little bit big, but it'll fit a lot better. But this will be part of the lineup of vintage Apple clothing that I'll wear when I make my videos. There's probably a few more shirts out there that I will work to acquire, but this one was really exciting. And it wasn't terribly, I mean, it's expensive for a t-shirt, you guys. This was like 70 bucks. But this was the least expensive Final Cut Pro shirt I could find. And I think for good reason. Again, it's a little bit, you know, it's a little bit tinged with some beigeness because of its age. And obviously it's all wrinkly and just kind of doesn't look good right now because it was stuffed in this box. but I will give this a wash. Yeah, it smells a little thrift story to me, but I will give this a wash, and all those wrinkles will come out, and then this will be another shirt I'll get to wear when I make my YouTube videos. But Lights Mac Action, my first vintage Final Cut Pro shirt, and I haven't done enough research to figure out if there are more Final Cut Pro variants or Final Cut Pro shirts. In a quick search on eBay, this is all I could find, so this might be it. Final Cut Pro 1.2. And we are on Final Cut Pro 11. This will be particularly funny when Final Cut Pro 12 comes out, and who knows how long, maybe 10 years. Being the opposite. Optimized for G4. Wild. I got to get my hands on a version of Final Cut Pro 1.2. So that's it. Final Cut Pro t-shirt, adding to the collection of vintage Apple clothing. I was like looking out the door today, checking for the mail to come. Is it here yet? Is it here yet? Is it here yet? And I just went upstairs a few minutes ago while I've been working on the outline for this video, and it had arrived. So yeah, you'll see this in some future videos. That's it.